Hey there and welcome back. I've got a customer from my day job who reached out to me with a rather unusual request. Turns out this gentleman's son is an avid drummer who's obsessed with Travis Barker. As a gift to his son, he's buying him a set of special drumsticks and asked me to make a custom case for them. I've known this man for 20 plus years, and I know that he has very high standards. He only gave me 2 requests. He said make it bespoke and custom, and make it fancy. I think I nailed both of those. This one was pretty wild. Let's go ahead and get into it. I've got some really beautiful and exotic hardwoods here, starting off with the yellow heart, purple heart, padauk, and some black limba. Let's go ahead and get this over the table saw. I'm going to start off with the purple heart and the yellow heart here. I'm going to cut these in 1-inch strips. Alright, I'm going to start getting this glued up now. These clamps have a minimum capacity of 12 inches, I think. So I'm going to throw this piece of padauk in here. All right, I'm gonna let this sit up for a couple of hours and we'll get back to it. It's been a couple of hours. I'm gonna get this thing out of the clamps, get it back over to the table saw. All right, at this point, I'm gonna start cross-cutting this section, and I'll flip every other one, which will give me a perfect checkerboard pattern. All right, I'm gonna get working on getting this thing glued up. I need it to stay as aligned as possible, so I've got some cawls here, and I also need it to stay flat. So I'll be attaching those as well.
Frankly, I find the whole thing a little frustrating because I can't figure it out.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
This is going great.
One eternity later.
All right, I'm gonna let that go overnight and we'll see how it goes. I want to keep this as thick as possible, but I think I'm going to need to joint and plane it. So I'm just going to do as light pass as I can. So I got my padauk here along with this board planed down to the same thickness. Now I'm going to weave the 2 boards together, but first I've got to attach them with some double-sided tape. Let's get this over to the bandsaw. All right, now I'm going to struggle to get these 2 apart. Oh, that wasn't much of a struggle. All right, these will get glued up just like this, but first I've got to cut a very thin strip just to fill that gap. Let's go over the table saw. I've got a thin rip jig here. This will allow me to get consistent cuts just by moving the fence. Very helpful. I'm gonna get this thing glued up, but Padauk is a very oily wood and doesn't create a good glue joint unless you clean the surface really well. Acetone would be ideal here, but I don't have any. But I do have this 99.9% IPA. All right, I'm gonna set this off to the side and glue up the other portion. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the clamps. I'm gonna run it across the jointer to flatten one edge. Then I'm gonna throw them both on a CNC and just skim the top to flatten them out, but to keep them as thick as possible. Alright, I've got my pieces set up on the CNC here, and now I'm going to cut pockets for the drumsticks themselves. I'm also going to cut some pockets for some magnets that will help close it. Let's get this going. All right, this tool path is going to do mortises for some magnets on both the top and the bottom piece, as well as mortises for the hinges. Let's get it going. All right, I've got one last operation to do in here, and this thing is done. In the words of John Malecki, my butthole is puckered on this one. I'm terrified I'm gonna screw it up. I've got a lot of time and money in this already. But let's get into it. I've got some black acrylic set up in the laser, and I'm going to laser engrave his name on there as well as cut it out. Let's get this going.
A laser.
We got this thing stuck together with double-sided tape, and I'm going to leave it this way for a while. Right now I'm going to round over all the corners. I'm also going to keep it stuck together while I do all the sanding. It fits together perfectly now, and I want to keep it that way. So I'm going to get working on these corners. All right, I sanded the outside up to 600. It is smooth as silk. So now I'm going to hopefully split these pieces apart. There we go.
Beefcake!
Beefcake. Beefcake. Beefcake.
I'm being very careful not to touch this acrylic with my fingers. Once my finger oils get on there, it's impossible to clean it properly, so. I cut a test piece out of plywood and it fit, but I want to make sure this fits in both directions before I put it in there, because once it goes in, it's not coming out. All right, now I'm gonna let that sit. I'll probably let it sit a full 24 hours. Magnets have to cure before I can glue these in. Put the hinges in, get some finish on it, and that's gonna be that. Aside from the finish, installing these hinges is the final step. It's a little disheartening when I'm thinking about the ways that this could go catastrophically wrong. Purple heart and yellow heart are both extremely dense woods, and if one of these screws breaks, then I'm in trouble. So, I'm gonna take it slow and do the best I can here. The time has come to get some finish on this. Today I'm going to be using Rubio Monocoat. This has a little more protection than just oil, so I think that's probably the way to go.
You get back to work, okay? Get to rubbing deep in the crevices. Deep in the crevices.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this one. I'll see y'all next time.